Good evening, welcome to WeRepair. So today we are working on a MacBook Air. It needs a little bit of TLC, as you'll see once it finishes booting up. So you can see from the lines down the screen there, we have a smashed display. No, I know you can take this glass out if you heat it up and replace the LCD under that. I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to go for a complete assembly. So here's our new screen with all the parts and everything attached. And we're going to get this stripped down, take the screen out, and go from there. Right, so first thing we're going to do, let's turn this machine off. So shut it down before we do anything else. And then I have a I think it's a T1.2, or I think it's a T1.2 or a star 1.2, something along those lines, that we need to undo this MacBook. Things to bear in mind, these screws are different lengths, so make sure you keep a note of where they come out from, because you need to put them back in the same positions. I have not done one of this specific model before, so I'm hoping it's very similar to the older style MacBook Pros, so this is going to be a bit of a learning for me. I know, because of where I bought this, that someone has previously taken this apart, so hopefully all the screws and everything are there. They did assure me that it was all good and should be quite easy to move forward. So once you've got all your screws undone, you should be able to take this base plate off, and if it's anything like the old ones, you can get your fingernails under the back and just lift it up. Okay, perfect. So there is our base of our MacBook. And then the very first thing we want to do is disconnect the battery, which is there by the looks of it. I'm hoping this just pulls away. Yes, it does. There's our battery disconnected. Now, if it's anything like the old ones, the way we do this is we tilt the hinge so it's sort of the screen is open and you can just lift it away. This does look slightly different in that this bar wasn't there on the old one. I'm assuming that it's fixed down. Let's have a look at our temporary display. So if we look here, I think these two screws, by the looks of it, need to come out. It looks like there's a bracket missing actually there off the display. So I'd say those two need to come out. It looks like the antennas are attached to this as well. So I would say that we've got to disconnect these antennas, and probably the 4 screws there would be my guess. Let's see if this is the same size bit. It is not. We need a smaller one. So let's get this one done. I will get the details and post it in the comments as to what size bits and things I've used. So I'm hoping that this will just come undone now. Perfect. And then let's see if this is the same size. A slightly bigger one. Why do Apple do this where they're all very slightly different sizes? Let's try 1.2. Nope. There we go, got one. Right, so again, different size screw. Thank you, Apple. That is a T5. So T5 for these back ones, which is just great. I'm hoping this is just going to come out now in one piece. Right. Undo this ribbon. That looks like it's over that bracket. Is this just going to lift out? What do we reckon?
That's just.
I missed any screws? No, it is. I think just going to lift out. Don't want to force it. Maybe it's screwed under here. So undo these two, which are a different size as well. Brilliant. Seeing if we can go through every screwdriver size I have. There we go, that is a T6, I think. Yeah, T6. Oh, ridiculous, why can't Apple just be consistent? Okay, it's not going to come out. There we go. So we've got T2, T5, T6, right. There we go, that's that bracket. So when we fit this back in, we've got to make sure it's folded up the right way, otherwise that's not going to go in very well for us. Right. Next. So this is something a bit different. Let's try T9. Yes, in one. So before I do that, just to make my life easier, I'm going to open the hinge on this. This is going to be a bit difficult to show you on screen, but I will do my best. I'm going to just hold it in the air whilst I do it. So in theory, this should just come away once we've removed these screws. He says. Just do this side first. Loosen it off entirely. I'm hoping this hasn't got something like the new Macs have got, where they've got a sensor on the hinge, and it means the sleep wake doesn't work until it's been recalibrated by Apple. So I really hope it hasn't got the same functionality. I would normally do this over the edge of a table if I was doing it on the old Mac Pros, just so I could sort of almost hang the screen off the edge. Right, is it going to come away in one piece? Yeah. Come on. This is why I hate it, and you've got to do that. The wiggling to get it in the right angle. So one side is gone. No, I can't get the. There we go. Perfect. And that's our screen out. Let's just give this a bit of a clean up while we're here and get the gunk off. Right. Got our new screen now. I'm hoping this is at the right angle already from where it was previously taken out. Well, one side hooked in, no problem. There we go. Both sides are hooked in. So now we've got to get our screws back in. Let's close this screen up now. Right, now the fiddly bit. I think we slot it through like that. I'm hoping that everything will just pop down into position once it's once we're sort of there. It wants to, but it's not. Why is it not slotting into position? I think that cable needs to be this side of the bracket, but that needs to be the other side. I wonder if I need to have the screen open to get that seated right. Let's just do that quickly. I think that might have been a mistake. No, maybe not. I think it is right, it just doesn't feel like it's down enough. Just close it back up again. No, it just doesn't feel quite right. It feels like it's almost too far forward. Let's pop some screws in and see, see how it sits. Maybe it is correct. I just don't feel like it is. I feel like it needs to come forward more. Back out again, another fiddle with it. No, I think it is okay. It's just doesn't feel like it's right. I think it is. Let's pop a couple of screws back in and we'll see how it sits. I'm going to do these ones, yeah, I'll do these ones first, as these ones came out last. Might not be the right way, but we'll give it a go. Put that down so that flex isn't in the way. See what I mean? It just doesn't look quite right. I'll pop the screws back in. It just feels like it's raised too much. You see what I mean? It just feels like it's above the line of the thing. Okay, well, let's change between one of my many screwdriver bits. Let's see if the screw seats. Yeah, it's fixing it down fine. It's in the right. I think it's in the right position. I guess once we plug the paste back on, we'll soon know if it's right or not. Because the base won't fit into place if it's wrong. Right. Last one. Yeah, feels like it's fine. Right. Let's just pop these aerials back into position. Yes, got it. Oh, what a pain that was. Right. Check which screwdriver size I need. I think it's that one. Where would you go in? Thank you. Great. Cool. Now let's put the base back on. So, one piece of advice I will give you, which the previous person did make the mistake on, is you need to make sure that these two back screws you do not screw in too far, because if you do, they will leave two little horrible blob marks on the inside of the laptop, well, inside of the Mac, as if they've gone all the way through. And you'll see what I mean, because this laptop has clearly been taken apart, because you can see that that issue has occurred. So if I do this, and I will show you after I put the base on, so just don't do them up ridiculous tight, just very thumb tight. And it's only on these two, the rest of them are fine. I don't know why it's this problem on these two. So assuming I haven't screwed this up, this Mac should be good to go. Now, when you power it back on, first time you do it, you'll need to connect the battery. It just seems to be a bug when you work on Apple devices, that first power on, you need to have the charger plugged in. Otherwise, it won't turn on. I've had that a couple of times, and it's always giving me a moment of, oh no, what have I broken? Right, so now we've done all of that good stuff. Here to clean the work area. As you see, no life on the power button. If I plug it in, press the power button, it should hopefully come to life, he says. There we go. After 3 presses, it does come to life. I just need to remove my grubby fingerprints now from all around the edge. Hopefully in a minute we should be up and kicking. And there we go. One good screen. All done, just like that. It's a bit fiddly, but it's not too bad. Actually, it is very, very similar to the Mac Pros. So yeah, really, really pleased with that. And I've got a nice, all singing, all dancing Mac Air now that I'm happy with it. There you go. Anyway, if you found the video useful, please drop me a like, leave me a comment, reach out if you want to ask any questions, and I'll do my best to reply. I must admit, MacBooks and Mac Airs are not my forte, but I'll always give it a go. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.